started. Hi everyone, welcome to Mariano's Meetups. This is like a double whammy. It's Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo, and we're so excited to welcome our tastemakers, Carolina, Diaz, and Cedric. Oh my God, I don't know what just happened to me. Harden, sorry, I haven't even drank tequila yet. Sorry. Okay. I should have had a drink before we started. But they're two of our newest tastemakers, and we're thrilled to have them. And most importantly, they have a great margarita recipe, so we're excited to learn about that. We're really happy to have everyone here today in this virtual place. We're all taking our social distancing and sheltering in place seriously. Tonight we get to fiesta in place, so at least we get to have some fun on Cinco de Mayo, and we're thankful to Cedric and Carolina for being here. So thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Yay! And then in the middle of the screen, there's a chat button. A lot of you have all been here before, so you know how this works. But there's a chat button, and basically you can ask them questions throughout the night, and they're happy to answer them. Sarah is on the Zoom with us too from Mariano's, and she's going to help moderate all the questions that we have. We just want to make sure this is a positive place. We're all happy to be able to do this virtually, so please just make sure that everything you're saying is very positive, or else Sarah will bounce you out, and we don't want that to happen on Cinco de Mayo. Also, if you don't want to be recorded, we are recording these so our customers can look at them later on, so turn off your video function. And other than that, you can mix along, drink along, taco along with Cedric Harden and Carolina Diaz. Cedric is the chef of River Roast. Carolina is the chef of Terzo Piano, who I just found out has great cooking classes, so I can't wait to try those. I'm going to let you guys get to it because I think everyone does want to try a margarita.
Okay, awesome. Let's get started with the margarita. Super simple, 4 ingredients. Obviously, I have my margarita glass with me, so that's always awesome. So let's start with tequila. My favorite tequila is Don Julio, the silver for the margarita. You can always use, whatever margarita, whatever tequila brand you like. I also sometimes use a reposado, but that depends on your flavor. With the reposado, you can add a little more flavors in there, vanilla, since it's aged, you get some of that barrel flavor. If you find the right one, it goes great with margaritas. So since there's 2 of us, I'm gonna do two portions in this margarita. I have my shaker, I have my simple syrup, which is equal parts of water and sugar. You can bring it to a boil, cool it down before you use it. Then you're gonna have my lime juice, fresh squeezed lime juice. My orange liqueur, you can use triple sec. My favorite is Grand Marnier. And I think that's it. Obviously, you got limes. She already rimmed my glass with my tahini.
And what is tahini, Cedric?
Tahini is a Mexican chili spice mixture. So not just spice, it actually has some chili spices. Not sure exactly what though. Some dried lime, onion, a little bit of onion, and some more citrus flavor. It's very vague on the ingredient list. So 2 ounces of tequila. I can fit 2 in mine. 2 ounces of simple syrup. If you want to substitute agave, cut this recipe of the sweetener in half.
You're making enough for both of us, right?
Of course.
Make sure. Okay.
Always. Now for the triple sec, or mine is Grand Marnier. I'm going to use 1 ounce. It's a half an ounce each for each portion. Sorry, quarter of an ounce for each portion. 2 ounces of lime juice.
Now, is that the store-bought lime juice, or did you squeeze that yourself?
Mine is not the store-bought lime juice, but you can always use the store-bought, not the one in the lime juice, but if you can find a pasteurized lime juice, that works also. It doesn't taste as good as fresh lime juice, but it does the job. So now I'm going to shake it, put my top on. You shake it for about 10 seconds. These ones are awesome because you can do a little taste test here, working for Bill Kim. Always got to taste all your food, right, BK? Awesome. So for the lady.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And then for me, my ice in there. I'll go for you too, I guess. Great. That's our margarita.
All right, cheers. Happy Cinco de
Cheers.
Mayo.
Happy Mayo.
Get this already started.
Happy Mayo.
Wow,
Awesome.
very good. All right, so we're gonna get started. Today we'll be making quesadillas from scratch. So we'll be making the dough for the tortillas ourselves. Seems a little intimidating, very, very easy to do. And you can kind of customize the tortilla depending on how you like it. We are making a filling of roasted poblanos with mushrooms, which if you're trying to, because of the situation that we're in, we're all at home packing on some pounds. We're trying to go a little bit more plant-based diet.
You are.
So we're trying to do a more plant-based diet. We're using only mushrooms, so roasted poblano peppers and mushroom filling. And we're also making a salsa verde to go along with it. We'll be, I guess, replenishing our margaritas as we go along because we'll need it for sure. But we're gonna get started with the poblanos, and Cedric is gonna show us how to make his elotes, which is Mexican street corn. So while he's starting that demo, the whole process of how to make Mexican street corn from scratch, beginning to end, I'm gonna be roasting my poblanos, so take over.
Okay, so traditionally, Mexican street corn, you can find here in Chicago, at many of the Mexican grocery stores. They either serve them in a cup, off the cob, or you can get them on the cob. Usually in summertime, you mostly get them on the cob. They slather the mayo, or the mayonesa has a little more tang than just like your regular mayonnaise, your regular Hellmann's. So for me, I use sour cream for the tang and mayonnaise. And I also try to use fresh corn on the cob. That's what I like to cut off the cob whenever it's available. Sometimes if you're making it in the wintertime, I might be using fresh frozen, which is fine. It's the same thing. Maybe cook it a little bit less than the recipe says. So now I'm going to start here with some butter. Got my spoon here. I'm going to start with some butter here. I'm going to melt it.
I'm gonna get the camera.
Okay. She might be moving this camera so she can get a little closer.
Get a little closer here.
Look at that. Very, very techy.
Yeah.
So while he's got his butter going, I just want to show you guys what I did with the peppers. We put them on open flame. You can easily grab tongs and start moving them around so you get every single side, and they'll start blistering very nice on all sides, and you want that all throughout. So I'm going to let Cedric take over, but I just want to see you guys, I want to let you guys know what the peppers are doing.
Carolina, can you let people know, like, what if they have a electric oven or they don't have a grill and they can't do open flame? How else can you roast those?
I would go ahead and put them in the oven. So just put them on a sheet tray in the oven, broiler setting if possible. If not, just go ahead and let them roast.
Okay.
Ready? So now I have my corn. Make sure that the pan isn't very hot. I'm going to pre-caramelize your corn. And then once you add the cream and mayonnaise, which is a white substance, it's going to turn around. Corn. Normally, if you are doing this with corn, it takes about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes to put. Corn, just take a couple minutes, maybe a minute to get it warm.
So I'm gonna let you guys know all throughout this recipe, since there's 2 of us, and we like to have fun in the kitchen, we'll have projects at a time. So definitely pick a partner if you're quarantined with somebody, if you're hanging out at home with somebody, pick a partner and pick a product, and it's something to do together.
Add 2 tablespoons mayonnaise. Add a little bit of salt. A little bit of fresh ground pepper. So once you put your mayo and sour cream in, it shouldn't take much to mix all together. Mix it around. I'm going to turn off the heat just so it won't cook too much. Mix it around there. So my part is pretty much easy now. Little taste test as we go.
I want to show you guys what these cups are doing, if I can, Cedric.
Go on.
They're super roasted. I don't know if you guys can see. There is such a thing as taking them too far, roasting them too much. So you just want to make sure that as soon as you see the jar, you go ahead and flip it on the side so it's even throughout.
So now my corn's done. Kind of quick. As you all can see, I'm not sure you can see that. Whoops.
So Seth, in there you have the corn, the mayo, sour cream.
Correct. So this one will be like a cream corn. Pretty much like a Mexican flavored cream corn.
And I love your Gastaware bowl. That's beautiful.
Thank you. What to say.
Traditionally, it's served on the cob, but we have a large family, so we like to serve it this way so that you're able to pass the bowl around and everybody can serve themselves. Usually when we have quite a few things on the table, this is probably one of the easiest and one of the most popular items on the table.
And the tahini. The more you add, the tangier it's going to be. I like to add just enough to make sure that you can see everything. You see like the orange and all the colors in there. A little bit of cilantro, the garnish, and that's it. That is the corn. Super simple, super fast. We actually sell at the restaurant. Probably like besides our roasted chicken, probably the second or third most selling item on our menu.
And you put that together really quickly.
Right,
That
so
is a nice option for families. That's a really great idea to do it that way.
Yeah.
Right. And everybody loves it. This is one of our favorites with the kids in our house. They love this. So it's a knockout for children and adults as well.
How many kids do you guys have? Again, you have such a bit like a good big family.
Yes, we have 3 teenagers at home and then 1 4-month-old.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
surprise baby.
You want to start the mushrooms? I'll continue doing that.
Yep. So Cedric's going to take over the roasting, which they're really cool. This will perfume the whole house. It smells like you got some big deal cooking going on in the kitchen. It's actually just roasted peppers. So he's going to finish roasting them off on the stove. Once they're done, he'll go ahead and scrub them and get them cleaned up for us. But we're going to get our pan set up for the rest of the filling. This is going to be our quesadilla filling. We want to get it ready and set it to the side so we can get on to the fun stuff, which is making the homemade tortillas. So you guys can see we picked rather, I would say this is like a 2-inch pan, just enough so you can move everything around. We want to turn our heat to medium to high heat. And then we're going to go ahead and add our oil. You can add some in there. And then here we have sliced shiitake mushrooms. You can use a blend, white button, cremini, portobello mushrooms, whatever you guys can find. Anything will taste great. And this is definitely an option for meat. If you don't want to cook with meat or you want to substitute, this is a great option. So we're going to get our pan hot, which we've had it already on there for quite a bit. Get the oil hot, and then we're going to go ahead and saute our mushrooms. These have a lot of liquid, so we want to make sure that it's sauteed. The liquid comes out, it evaporates, and we're left is with oil mushroom.
Carolina, can I ask a question about mushrooms?
Yes.
What's the so I got sliced white mushrooms, and I got sliced shiitakes, but I also got oyster mushrooms from the store too. So I wanted to kind of use a combo. The oyster mushroom said to wash. So how do you actually, what's the best way to wash a mushroom or to clean a mushroom?
So when you say wash, you really want to say you want to clean the mushrooms. All you want to do is take like a like a kitchen towel like we have here, wet one of the corners and kind of rub off all the dirt
Okay.
and whatever organic material is on them. If you go ahead and rinse them under running water, you're gonna make them absorb all that liquid and
Okay.
it'll completely change your dish. So all you wanna do is wet the towel and just kind of wipe them down. And that's all you need.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So as you can hear, the mushrooms are getting happy in the pan. We're gonna go ahead and move them around and salt them a little bit so they can the salt will start getting the moisture out of the mushrooms. So we wanna start getting that process going so that we can move on to the filling. So this is what they'll look like. We're sauteing them through. And you guys can get the mushrooms already sliced at Mariano. So if you guys can avoid the work and get to the fun stuff, by all means, just get the sliced mushrooms.
So now I'm peeling the poblanos. As you see, if they're still warm, even when they start cooling down, the skin comes right off. And if you're having a hard time keeping them off, some would like to run them under water to get the skin off. But as you are running them under water, also you got to think that you're also rinsing off all the flavor. But if you're having a hard time, a little water in your hands maybe just to get them off. But for the most part, you should peel them all without running underwater if you cook the skin well enough.
Okay, so now to my mushrooms because they're getting kind of happy. I'm gonna go ahead and add diced onion. I personally like them pretty large because I like to bite into that caramelized onion, but the people in my house like them a little small. So I chop them kind of medium dice to small dice. So I'm gonna go ahead and add those. Let those get translucent. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So the mushrooms have pretty much wilted down. And that liquid that's on the bottom of the pan, you can use that to infuse your onion as well. I'm adding a little bit of salt. You want to remember, don't add too much salt, just add enough for every layer. So every layer you want to keep seasoning. You don't want to forget to season your food.
You want all 4 of these peppers peeled or just?
Yeah, all 4.
All right.
Or is that too much?
Just add some, chef.
Can you pass me the tomatoes, please? And don't forget to keep drinking.
No,
Here.
Cheers, because I'm already halfway done.
So now I've diced my tomato the same size as my onion. I'm going to go ahead and add that in. The goal of the tomato is to give you that much needed liquid. It's going to provide you with sweetness, acidity, everything that you need in this filling to kind of brighten up the quesadilla that we're going to make later on.
Cedric, are there any tips for peeling the peppers? Because I did mine in the on high, but in the broiler. But the skin, I'm having a hard time getting the skin off.
Yeah.
So what you can do, yeah, there you go.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sure.
No, you're pro.
I was gonna say, you can always use a towel to rub it off. I'm not sure if you saw me. I was rinsing my fingers underneath the water, just because once you have a finger full of the roasted skin, it's kind of hard to peel the rest off. It all keeps getting roasted skin all over it. But paper towel is an easy way to rub them off also.
So there is a quick hack. You can put all of the peppers in a bowl,
Yeah.
In a metal bowl, and then cover it with plastic wrap, and all the skin will start slowly loosening up, but we don't have time to wait.
No.
In our household, we like to cook things quick, and we like to get to what's actually the main event, the food. So we actually just take a paper towel, we let them cool off till we can tolerate the peppers. And then with that paper towel, like Cedric's doing, we just kind of peel it off. And that takes care of that. There's no waiting. So I have my tomatoes going. They're leaking all the juice that I want them to leak at this point. So all that pan is waiting for is my roasted peppers. Really, this filling only has 4 ingredients: the mushrooms, onion, tomato, and roasted pepper. It takes a little bit of time for that to get happy in the pan and kind of marry together, but once it does, it makes the best filling for the quesadillas. How close are you to?
I'm done. Get this out of the way.
All right.
Slicing everything.
What?
Yeah,
I'll take care of it. So what is the next step with these peppers?
So next step, we're going to take the seeds out. You just cut the top off. You can take the inside out. Cut them, they're nice and tender now, so they'll cut very easy. And then they have a few seeds and some of the rib. We'll pull that right out.
Now, not all of your poblano peppers are going to be spicy, and I like my food a little spicy, and I kind of like the surprise.
One of these are spicy. I can smell it.
You can smell it. That's the thing. That's what I was going to tell you. You can kind of pick them up and smell them. If you smell like, oh my God, that almost attacked my throat, then that means that they're spicy, which is good for me. But people that don't like spicy, you want to steer away from those. Go ahead and roast another one that probably won't be so spicy, but for there, you'll get one that is spicy. So my mushrooms and tomato are sauteing well. They're all wilting down. Once we add these, let me explain to you guys why.
With the rice.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
God, it's like you can read my mind.
A little bit.
The reason they're called rajas is because they're pieces. It literally translates to almost like torn pieces. So what we want to do is once they're roasted, as chefs, we like to have everything very nice and neat and almost measured. But at home in Mexico, they literally take the pepper and just make rajas, which are slivers of these peppers. You can take them, once they're roasted, you can take them in your hand and just kind of pull them apart. And that's what makes them rajas, just torn apart pieces. So Cedric's going to go ahead and take care of that for us, and then we'll add them to our pan.
Just a tip, when you guys are cleaning your peppers, you have these seeds, try to discard as many as you can off your cutting board before you cut them, because they will get underneath your knife and then slide in plastic and you can possibly cut yourself. Just a little safety, just clean your board. I think every chef in America and the world probably has been victim to that, so just make sure everyone's safe out there.
So a tip that we have for our kitchen, we actually have a paint scraper that is reserved only for the kitchen, and this we use just to clean the cutting board, and it actually helps in taking every single piece off. So it actually helps in doing the dishes too.
It might have just got used to we put a tile up, but who knows? Just saying, maybe. So now I'm going to cut the peppers, the rajas, into thin strips.
Okay, so we're moving on to the next project. Go ahead, Shelly.
Oh, triangle pieces like this. Little thin pieces. Not sure if you can see in my hand.
Thin strips. These will be perfect for the size of the quesadilla that we're making. So since I said that we'll have 2 projects going at the same time, we finished the corn, we're doing the roasted peppers, and now we're going to make the accompaniment to the quesadillas, which is the salsa. So this is a very basic salsa verde. We have our comal. So this is the comal. Ours is a little bit warped. As you can see, it's not flat because we've used it so much, which is a great sign to me that we're actually doing a lot of home cooked meals. But this is the one that you want. It's a cast iron, very thin sheet, and you can make your tortillas on here, or you can make roasted salsa like we're about to do. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So you want to set it on, I would say high to medium heat. Let that get nice and hot. And then I want to take a piece of foil. And this is going to use as our kind of steaming pouch, I would say. So you want to put it directly onto your comal. And if you don't have a comal at home, it's totally fine. You guys can use a pan and just put the foil on top. Same thing. And then we're going to use our tomatillos. So here we have tomatillos verdes, Serrano Chiles. Serranos are guaranteed to be spicy. Right now you're getting some jalapenos that some might be spicy, mild, super spicy, and nothing at all. These are guaranteed to give you spice every time. And then we have garlic. I love garlic in the salsa. And once you start roasting them together, these will pick up a lot of the sugar that's in the garlic, actually give you a slight hint of sweetness. Yeah. So this is, yeah. So these are your tomatillos. I just wanted to show you guys. Order these from Mariano's. Can you pull the frontera pouch?
Yeah.
So you guys just want to take the husk. These are similar. They're in the gooseberry family. So you want to just take the husk and just like gooseberries or any other berries, just go ahead and take the peel off. And they'll kind of be sticky underneath. But once you take the peel off, rinse them under water, a little soapy water, and that takes the funk, the stickiness off, and then they're ready to use. So these I already have rinsed off, cleaned off. If you guys aren't able to get these through the Mariano's app, they also sell these Frontera crushed, fire roasted tomatillos, which are amazing. I actually like these a lot. They actually sell them with the juice itself. So if you need to make your salsa a little bit looser, you can use the juice that comes in here. But I wanted to show you guys how to roast this yourselves. So we have the comal ready with our piece of foil.
Do you want to show them the mushrooms?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Let them know. I'm gonna go ahead and start placing all of these items onto our foil, but go ahead.
Do you want oil in there for your foil or no?
No oil. I'm just gonna go ahead and place them on there.
So now here, this is the tomatoes, I'm sorry, the tomatoes, the mushrooms and the rajas. They're nice and, you can see the pan starting to caramelize, but it's like a nice thick sauce, almost like a ragu. That's pretty much what you're looking for. Everything is coming together, the flavors are coming together. We're gonna set this aside until we are done with.
Cedric, is it the end of the world if all the skin doesn't come off the peppers? I'm trying real hard.
No, not at all. No, not at all. It's, if anything, it adds a little bit more flavor. You won't even know once you mix everything together.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so now we're finishing up all of the labor-intensive work. I've added all my tomatillos to the comal, to my piece of foil, and the Serrano Chiles, and the garlic. As you can see, it's starting to brown, to roast a little bit. That's exactly what I want. You want to get, let me get it a little closer. This is like magic. So you want to get all that nice char flavor. This is going to make your salsa so much tastier. So you want to go ahead and get those all brown on all sides, nice and dark. Just keep on turning them, including your peppers and your garlic.
So what if you don't have a comal? What would you use?
You could use a nonstick pan, any pan really, as long as you line it with foil. The trick to the salsa is this foil piece, because later on I'll show you how to make it into a steam pouch, which will finish cooking everything off. So I know you guys have probably heard like burnt garlic is probably the worst thing to have. Not in this case. Burnt garlic is okay. We don't want to burn it, but we definitely want to char it. I got a good charring on here, and all I can smell is the sweetness, like sweet garlic in the air, which is great. So we got that going. Keep on turning that. And now the fun stuff starts. Are you ready?
Yeah, what's the fun stuff?
The tortillas.
Oh, man.
So exactly. A lot of people are intimidated, and if you are, it's okay. You can buy tortillas already made. Skip this whole process and get on with your quesadillas. But we're going to go ahead and show you guys how easy it is to make homemade tortillas.
So what are we doing here? How much of what?
Okay, so bring it up.
Okay.
We have our bowl in our maseca. This is the brand that I like to use. This is instant corn flour for our corn tortillas. So the packaging says 2 cups of flour to 1.5 cups of water. And I like to use 1 3/4 to measure out just in case. And then I'll add on that extra in case I need it.
1 3/4 of what?
Water. So you go ahead and measure out 2 cups of the maseca flour. This is, I'm telling you guys, the easiest recipe you guys can make at home.
I messed it up though the other day.
You did.
All right, 2 cups?
2 cups.
2 cups.
I'm just turning the tomatillos, the serrano peppers, and the garlic in the background and just turning them slowly.
Water, cold water, hot water, warm water?
Hot water. You want to make sure it's hot water. That activates and hydrates your corn flour a lot faster. Remember, guys, Manteca is the recipe that is the brand that you guys want to use. Mariano carries this, and it's the best. I've had a lot of success with this flour. So. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting there. We didn't prep our water today.
I just want to give a timeout and say I just tried my elotes, and oh my gosh, it is like so creamy and delicious and full of flavor. It really, I've never had it this way before, and I love it. Like I'm gonna make it all the time.
It's so easy to make. It's so easy to make.
It was like the only thing I did right so far in the margarita. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
Okay. How are we mixing the masa? With your hands, with a spoon?
With your hands. Since we're family, we want to go ahead and just trust that you wash your hands. Make sure you wash your hands very well. Go ahead and mix it. So as he's mixing, I want to show you guys what the tomatillos, serranos, and garlic is doing. So they're getting nice and roasted. They're getting a nice roast on all sides. The garlic as well. This is beautiful, and I can't even tell you guys the smell in the kitchen.
Well, people who might be cooking along, they might know.
Exactly. So
is there anyone cooking along with us?
Yeah, a few people.
I'm seriously trying.
So this is the next step, and this is a trick to the salsa verde. You guys want to take this big piece of this square of foil and kind of very carefully, don't burn yourselves, kind of close it up and create a pouch. Just kind of gather all of the edges. Use your tongs if you need to. And then kind of turn down your heat to a medium low and let it hang out. What that's going to do is steam all the way through. You got your charring that you needed. So you're going to let the whole thing just steam through.
What I got?
Okay, so he's mixed the water and the manteca flour. So what you want to do is once you press your fingers in it, you want to see that they make a dent. This has to be softer than Play-Doh. And as you can see, it is. As soon as I start kind of pressing into it, I just want to show you guys it's falling apart, which is great. It's not too dry and it's not too wet. It's not sticking to my hands. This is perfect consistency. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys follow the 2 cups of flour with 1.5 cups of water.
Put 1 3/4.
1 3/4 is what I go by. Always, always, always. That's going to give you perfect masa. And it's nice and warm because you use the hot water, which will activate the flour faster. This is perfect. And did you knead it really well?
Oh yeah.
He did, because he has muscles, right?
Big ones.
Big ones. So he kneaded it really well. And now what we want to do is kind of form a log and keep it in here, because what we'll be doing, I'm going to show you, is taking little bits and just chunking them off. Chunking them off like this. And literally, this is all that you need to do to get homemade tortillas. Nobody has to tell you how good these are. You get to make them yourself. So what are you doing now?
In case you're not going to use it right away, put some plastic over it so it can dry out.
It doesn't dry out. Okay. So usually we have our teenage daughters helping us, our teenage sons helping us make the home. And they like to have fun. They're always swooping around. So by the time they get to the last tortilla, if this isn't covered, it'll be dried out. So we want to cover with a piece of plastic. So as we're going down to the last tortilla, this will stay moist. So now that we have our pouch going on the comal, now that we have our masa ready, I need my comal. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer it to a different burner on a low flame, super low. It'll do the same thing in there. And now I've kind of preheated my comal for this. I want to get it to a medium low. Medium low is the heat that you want to aim for the tortillas. Do you want to do the honors?
I'm gonna try.
So you guys, this is a tortilla press. This is your typical tortilla press. They come in metal, cast iron, ceramic, wood, different shapes and sizes. This is the one we have in house, and this is the one that we love to use. If you don't have one of these, you can use what? What have you?
We use plates. We've used cutting boards. Anything that will like have a flat surface to put like, so that'll be flush.
Exactly. And you can achieve the same consistency, the same everything. If you don't have this, don't feel intimidated. You can use any of those things and you get the same result, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is pretty much a lever. Can you move all your alcohol bottles there, please?
That's part of the show.
Okay. So I just want to show you guys exactly what this is. It's a two-piece kind of system. You have one for the base, one for the top, and once you put your dough inside, this lever will push it down. If you guys don't have one of these, again, you can use 2 cutting boards, 2 plates, whatever it is. Now, I can't put my dough directly on here because
It's gonna stick.
it's gonna stick. So what we've grabbed is the Ziploc bag, just kind of opened it up. If you don't have a Ziploc bag, plastic wrap, anything like that, parchment paper will do just fine.
Do you need to put spray or anything on it?
No spray. You want to leave it exactly like this. Can you grab a small cup of water? You know, this is very reminiscent of everyday life. I'm just cleaning up after Cedric.
Yeah, whatever.
So what you want to do is you want to get your balls of dough. I just want to chunk it off.
How big would you use?
I would say it's
1 ounce, 2 ounce, you think?
maybe 1.5 to 2 ounce because of the size of this tortilla press. So what we want to do is you want to take a piece, kind of the size of my fist. What you want to do is wet the fingertips and then just kind of make an indent. Just wet fingertips. You don't need to make a puddle, but just kind of moisten the middle of your dough ball.
And what is that doing?
It just adds a little bit of moisture, so as you cook it on the comal, it helps it rise. Form your little ball. Here, I'll let you do this.
Uh-oh.
Form the ball.
Ball's formed.
Place it directly in the middle.
Pretty blurry.
Cover it with your 2 sheets of plastic.
Am I doing this or are you doing this?
No, yeah, okay, go ahead.
2 sheets of plastic.
Yep, close it up.
Close it again.
Now hold on. You don't want to go full force and press it down.
Why not?
Go pretty slow because you run the risk of making the edges crack. So you want to go pretty slow. Let that baby kind of expand on its own, a little bit faster than that. There you go.
All right.
So as you can see, let me show you guys what you guys got. It's a very medium-sized disc. It's pretty thick still. The edges are perfect.
What you can't see, what she's going to do is, this side is thinner than this side.
Yep. So what you want to do is go ahead and rotate it so that the thick side is on the opposite end. So go ahead and press it.
Can I go all the way now?
Not too fast, slowly.
Slowly. All the way?
Yep.
Sure?
Yep. Oh!
Oh, shoot. See? That's all to go.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
We have a decent sized tortilla. We just want to show you guys. This is pretty thin. Beautiful looking. And it's okay. If you guys make these and only half of it comes out, great. We could still use it. So what you want to do is take the top piece off, put your fingers on half of the tortilla, gently, because Cedric kind of
No, blame this on me. You told me to keep going.
smashed the heck out of this one.
There we go. See?
Take the plastic off the other end. The comal is ready to go. So now we have the tortilla in our hands. Half is on my finger, half of it's hanging. So what we're going to do is, right behind you, we're going to go ahead and place it on the comal. Now we're going to let that kind of get nice and toasty on one side for about 45 minutes to a minute while Cedric gets the next one ready. How do you
Guys,
feel comfortable
Gloria Hafer's in the class, which is very exciting. Hi, Gloria. And she wants to know, can you flavor the masa? And someone else also asked that question, if you can flavor the tortilla.
Yes, so actually me and Cedric were talking about this before this demo. You can add salt to this if you'd like. You can also, because ramps are in season right now, you can take the leaves off the ramps and kind of, after you form the ball, just press the leaves on to the actual tortilla, the raw tortilla, and you get raw ramp leaves on the tortilla. And as you start kind of baking it on both sides, you get like a nice roasted wrap flavor. You can do that. You can add spinach, any kind of green, I would say. Nothing that would melt. I wouldn't add your cheese at this point, but you can definitely flavor it.
Think of pasta.
Exactly. Pasta dough. So you can flavor it with anything that you like pretty much.
Someone suggested putting lime zest in there.
Yes, lime zest. Cilantro you can do. You can add a little bit of chopped spinach,
If
parsley.
you put lime zest in there, put the lime zest in with your flour. So zest your lime zest in with the flour first. Mix it very well, and then add your water to it. And like if you're doing, say, you puree in maybe spinach, put your puree of spinach in with the water. So mix it in with the water and mix it all in together, so it doesn't get too clumpy.
So I'm going to bring this up a little bit I want to show you guys what this looks like. So this is Cedric's tortilla because he pressed it a little bit too hard, a little bit too fast.
You told me to.
It kind of cracked on the edge. That's fine. We'll still use it. This is what homemade is all about, imperfections. So you can see a little bit of the edge is starting to fall apart. This is perfect. I'm going to go ahead and lay it back down and flip it, but this is exactly what you want. It's been about 45 minutes to a minute. You're going to 45 seconds to a minute, the margaritas. And then we'll flip it and do again about a minute to a minute and a half on the other side.
I'm ready. Next one.
Hold on.
Perfection, because she wasn't bothering me. Perfection.
We have our ugly spatula that we use to kind of flip the tortilla because Cedric's fingers are a little tender. So, yeah. So we kind of like to move the tortilla along. You kind of in my shop. Oh, can you explain about
What will you explain?
what's next?
Oh. Okay, so we're gonna check the our salsa and see what's going on here. And this guy, I got it. My hands ain't tender. So we're gonna move these over here.
Oh.
Then we're gonna open up our little tapioca. And now we have these beautiful cooked tomatillos. So the goal is to make sure that all the tomatillos turn like an army green color instead of the green. There's a little bit of green on this one, but by the time that we mash it all, it sits in here in the juices, it'll start to turn green. But they're kind of falling apart. Everything's soft, the garlic's soft. Just a touch, the garlic kind of falls apart now because it's cooked now. Now we're going to add it to the, what do you call this thing again?
So this, I'm flipping our tortilla, sorry. So I just went ahead and flipped it. This is a molcajete. So this is, think of a,
Mortar and pestle?
exactly. You have a very hard rock as your pestle to kind of just grind everything together. If you don't have one of these, and if you can't find one of these, you can easily use your blender. Just leave your salsa kind of chunky or as smooth as you'd like. Do you feel comfortable doing this?
Why not?
Carolina, where would someone find that? That's a beautiful one. It's a good family size.
Yes, exactly. This is the one we use here at home just because once you make your salsa, you can walk away. Everybody comes in here with chips or whatever and just kind of eats out of it all day. But this one we found in Mexico and brought it with us. But you can find these in stores in Chicago, everywhere, Mexican stores in Chicago. If not, you can get it on Amazon. It'll take a while to get to you. So
They're
worth it.
extremely heavy. So.
It's an awesome size. The size is really great.
Sorry?
The size is awesome. It's like a great size.
Yeah.
Go big or
Exactly.
go home.
So I gotta let you. So Cedric's tortilla is out of control right now.
You walked away from it.
No, it's good. What's it? Yeah. So I want to show you guys, even though we had a little bit of a tear, I want to show you guys it's caramelized on one side and on the other. Don't mind that piece. But this is good. This is what you want. After this, we're going to kind of set them aside. Just kind of keep them stacked with a little bit of paper towels. That'll keep them warm.
Carolina, someone has a comment. They say that their tortillas keep sticking to the plastic and to the bowl. So how can they prevent that from happening?
If it sticks to the plastic, you kind of went a little bit too thin. If not, you have to be, let me show you guys. I know Cedric was, I'm just kidding. Cedric's awesome. He makes these all the time.
Boom.
See, how did you do that?
With my awesome muscles.
I'm going to go a little bit slower. We can finish the salsa in a sec. But I want to show you guys exactly. So we have our little bit of piece of masa. We form it in a ball right in the middle of the press. And then my Ziploc bag is super important because it won't stick to the press. I want to go slow. And again, this side will always be thinner than this one because this is already compressed, and this I'm compressing by hand. So then I want to go ahead and turn my tortilla into the other end very gently. Now this is where I think it takes a lot of practice so that the plastic doesn't stick to the tortilla. You peel off one layer, put your fingers, 4 fingers only, on this end, only half of the tortilla. And what I do is I invert it, and then I slowly start peeling away the tortilla. And that was pretty fast. Once you guys get into the rhythm and you guys get a good practice going, this is just going to flow. So this tortilla took maybe, what, 15 seconds to make?
Yeah.
And it'll take about 2 minutes on the comal, and we're done. So you guys don't have to buy tortillas ever again.
I'll show you a perfect one without being messed with or bothered. Coming up just 10 seconds.
I didn't mess with it. I didn't bother. I think it was just Cedric's doing. So I'm going to lay this one back down, and then I'll pick it back up so you guys can see how you can pick it up without it having to stick to the plastic. That's a common concern, but you just have to practice with it a little bit. What are you doing, Cedric?
I'm making the salsa. I'm grinding all the tomatillos, all the serranos, and the garlic. I'm kind of like what I'm doing is I'm filling around the bottom to see what's down there so these become smashed and mixed in there.
So in here you put tomatillos and
Tomatillos, garlic, serranos, and I think that's it. Everything that was in our steaming pack.
did you peel them beforehand?
Nope.
No need. All those little specks of charred flavor actually adds flavor to your salsa. Now, one thing that I do have to tell you guys, when we bought our first molcajete, what happened to us?
We looked like we're eating dirt.
So what you guys have to do, what we did actually is we took raw rice and just kind of ground it like if we were making rice salsa. And what that'll do is that'll start smoothing out the molcajete so you don't get these gritty pieces. Essentially what it is a big piece of rock that you're kind of grinding into.
Woo!
I gotta say,
Yeah.
this is pretty impressive. This is pretty impressive.
Good, that is.
But you do want to let it go a little bit more. I do want to see a
always
little bit
finding
more.
something, whatever.
I want to see a little bit more brown spot. So I'm gonna let it go a little bit more. Let me make the quesadilla.
You guys are fun. You should have your own cooking show.
We should.
So this is my favorite cheese. This is Chihuahua cheese. This is amazing, amazing Mexican melting cheese. So this we use for our quesadillas. So we're nearing the end of our Cinco de Mayo celebration. We're making the salsa. The corn is done.
Do I need to season this with anything?
Yes, a little bit of salt, but not yet, not yet. Just keep on.
Keep going.
Yes, keep going.
Am I done yet?
No, I'm not done. So we have this melting cheese, the perfect melting cheese. Our tortilla, you can see it's starting to bubble up in certain areas. I don't know how to bring this closer. So I'm going to try to bring this close to the camera. As you guys can see, there's some areas that are puffing up. You can tell are double layers. That's exactly what you want. I'm gonna flip it over. You've got some pieces here that are a little bit darker. Perfect, that's what you want. So I flipped it. Now what I wanna do is take this bread that they sell at Mariano's. I love it. This is what I use for quesadillas and anything else with melted cheese. Spread it all around the tortilla. Let that get nice and happy. My tortilla is still puffing up, which is great. That's how you know Cedric made a good tortilla. I'm gonna put this to the side. So as the cheese is melting, I wanna bring this closer to you guys. And this was super easy. I mean,
If I could do it, she can, anybody can do it, I guess what she's trying to say.
so it kind of inflated here a little bit. I'm pressing down. Beautiful. This is nice and hot. If you guys can't take the heat with your fingers, like some people, it's totally fine. You guys can grab a spatula and just do it. So now what I'm gonna do is flip it over. No, not yet. I wanna let this cheese get nice and melted. There we go. One side, I'm gonna give it about 30 seconds. Flip it over on the other side, and then I'm gonna do my rajas inside.
I'm adding salt, okay?
Do it. Go for it.
No lime juice, no cilantro, no nothing?
Nope. We don't need that because the tomatillos are tangy, they're sweet from the garlic, everything else everything that you need is in there.
Cilantro? Put cilantro and everything.
You're getting ahead of yourself. So next phase of the salsa.
Oh, come on, I gotta mash more stuff up?
Yes. If anybody told you guys Mexican food is easy, it's a lie. It takes a lot of hard work, but the reward is so worth it.
It's better than someone else cooks it, I'll tell you that.
Well, this is a lot of fun for a family. You know, if you are feeding a big group, and if anyone's watching tonight who has a bunch of kids or other family at home, and this is like a great activity for everybody too.
Exactly, and you can do it as your guests are coming, and just have maybe the elote ready, have the salsa ready, and just do this. It's kind of interactive. You just pass on this is what we do in our household when it's dinner time. We'll pass the quesadilla. Quesadilla's ready. Who wants it? They'll come take it, fill it, and then go sit down. So this is definitely an interactive dinner.
So you want to put the avocados in first? Or the
Avocados in first. You can use that same spoon.
Oh,
So
well,
we
thank
have an avocado that we've halved already.
So, quick thing. Most time people scoop out the avocado whole, try to use it. Take little small bits out at a time. Just make it a lot easier for you. Even if you're gonna put this in the blender, do the same thing. It just makes it a lot faster and a lot smoother. So now the question is, what am I gonna do with this pit? So be careful. Some people can use a spoon to go around it and get it. But in the kitchen, for the most part, we're professionals. Just hit it softly, twist it, and you have your avocado out.
But don't just. My mom swears that it keeps in your sauce after you're done making it, and it keeps it from turning. And every time that I've done it, it's kept it from turning. So
Guys, I think your screen flipped and we lost audio on you. Oh no, I feel like we're watching like the finale of something and we're not going to see it. Maybe Megan and Natalie, you can text them and see if they can get it fixed. But Sarah, in the meantime, if anyone here had made anything or wants to show us their drink or dish. I see Carolina in the other screen. Oh, I see somebody. Hold on. I think you're muted, the Rubios. I'm trying to unmute you, but I can't.
Now we should be.
Oh, hi.
Hello guys, how are you?
Good. Happy Cinco de Mayo. How's it going? Oh, look at you.
We got this tortilla right here. We got this right here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, what are you using? Like 2 cutting boards?
That's right, yes. Here we go.
Done this before. Have you done this before?
No, this is my first time. I'm supposed to be
Awesome.
for it. But I am having a lot of fun. And let me see, how does it end? Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh, look at that. That looks fat. That looks great.
Here we go, like that. Oh my God, beautiful tortilla.
That looks great. I love how you use the cutting boards. That's awesome.
Yeah. And the plastic, oh yes, it is working.
All right, good. What's everybody else making back there? Really good job. Thank you guys. All right, did we get them back or no? I think we may have lost them.
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi.
We cannot get them back. We're trying.
Their other phone is working. If they just wanted the iPhone, I see said. I think they think they have their tablet on the counter. They can use that to finish, maybe.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Some virtual technical difficulty. We apologize. Because we could see said.
Now, what we have here.
There we go.
Did you lose us?
We did lose you. We lost you. I want to say like
We're good. You guys can hear us.
Carolina did the other tortilla.
Is your phone back?
Shit, tell my phone back. Whose foot?
Hi, Carolina. We see you on that one.
All right. I don't know if you guys. I unmuted myself. Can you guys hear us?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. We can hear you guys too. Not a problem. We can keep going with the tablet that we have. So what point did you guys stop hearing us?
I want to say after the second tortilla, maybe, Sarah. Is that correct?
Okay, perfect.
Second round of you making them.
Okay, so we have the next tortilla on the comal. I want to show you guys exactly what it looks like. We went ahead and laid it down. Hold on, just stand.
Why don't you turn it? Can you
Perfect.
Can you turn it? Turn it around.
Stop touching the screen. Sorry, guys, a little technical difficulty.
That's okay. We got to look at someone we were checking in with all of the guests, and someone actually made tortillas with cutting boards, and it came out really great. It looks so good.
Perfect. So I want to let you guys know exactly what we're doing for the second one. We kind of have it going there. We're going to wait for it to bubble about 1 more minute, and then I want to show you guys what the salsa looks like.
Can you turn the camera around?
Sure. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see. Beautiful. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now we have chopped onion and cilantro. What I'm going to toss in next is the cilantro. This, we kind of cut it beforehand, just like a nice dice on that. And I want to slowly start just grinding it in, not all the way exactly.
Do you need the avocado pit to be in now?
I need the avocado pit because my mom swears that it'll keep your salsa and anything avocado-ish from turning brown. So I'm following it all the way through. I don't want her to see this and then say, where's the avocado pit? So.
That looks so creamy and delicious.
It is. So now I don't want to completely mash the cilantro. As you guys can see, I blended it enough where I got the oils out of the cilantro. The salsa is flavored. I'm going to go ahead and add my diced onion, super fine. You guys just keep running your knife through it until you get it really small. And this I don't want to grind. I'm just going to go ahead and mix it in with my spoon.
Yes, Kim, there is avocado in the salsa. You used a whole avocado, correct, in that?
Yes.
Yeah, a whole avocado for the salsa. Sorry, I know you guys can hear my dog.
No, we want to meet the dog. You have to like introduce us.
Say hi, Ruby and Bullet.
There's two.
The one on your, I think you're right. She's the problem child.
So I want to show you guys what the tortilla looks like. It's got a little bit of brown spots, which I like to call character, which is beautiful. Cedric's got a lot of character. So we went ahead and flipped it over. At this point, I want to go ahead and add my cheese because it's going to start fluffing up on its own. Hold it right there. And then let me show you guys what this looks like. Once we add it on, just let it hang out. It'll start melting the cheese slowly. Just let it hang out on its own. And then we'll keep going. We'll keep making them all throughout. I want to show you guys the finished quesadilla with the salsa. So now that we've made the salsa, we got our quesadilla hanging out. All we want to do is add this avocado, tomatillo, and serrano salsa. Super cheesy, super beautiful. You don't miss the meat at all. I'm going to go ahead and serve myself a little bit of the corn that Cedric made. For me, this could have used a little bit more tahini. I'm just saying.
On top. Come on, let's mix it in. Add it yourself.
And the margarita. And literally, that is how we'll be celebrating Cinco de Mayo in a few minutes once we get off camera. But that's all it is.
Oh my God, that looks great.
Yep.
I can't wait to finish mine. I'll show you guys. So this is my elotes. I think it came out pretty good, if you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
I told you, but I used Aleppo pepper and I put lime zest on it, Carolina.
Good, yeah.
Beautiful.
And then I think this looks so good, and it smells so delicious. Like you won't miss the meat. Look how great this looks.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And it's super easy. If you guys just kind of practice with your quesadillas. If you guys can't get them, go ahead and buy the store-bought tortilla shells. Totally fine until this is so much fun, especially now, the times that we're in. Go ahead and practice, get them down pat. If we can do them in our household, so can you. I want to show you guys what our tortilla is doing now here. So now that the cheese is looking kind of melty, I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half moons. It's getting a little bit of the burnt spots, which I love because I can handle it in my hands. If you guys can't, grab a rag or a paper towel. But look at that cheese pull. That's amazing. And then we want to grab our filling. Go ahead and fill them. You won't miss the meat, I'm telling you guys. These mushrooms are super hearty. Bring it over to our salsa. Add a little bit of salsa. And that's exactly how we'll be celebrating Cinco de Mayo.
Love it. So we have a few questions. Veronica wants to know if you put oil on the pan before you put the tortilla on it.
No, not at all. You want that dry heat because that dry heat, what it's going to do is it's going to let the two layers, although you can't see them when you're pressing them down, it's going to let the two layers of tortilla fluff up and separate. If you
Okay.
have oil, it won't allow it to do that.
And how do you store leftover tortillas?
So you want it's super airtight in a Ziploc bag. And then once you take it out, you want to feel it. Again, you guys want to make sure that it's softer than Play-Doh. And if it's not, just add a little bit of hot water, re-knead it, and it'll be good to go.
All right, Gloria Hafer's on the line. I think I found her, and I'm going to unmute her. Gloria, are you there? Gloria?
Is there a button I gotta push?
No, there you are. We got you.
There we are. Hey, Amanda.
How are you, Gloria? I haven't seen you.
Hi,
in
Cedric.
so
How are
long.
you?
We're happy to have you today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. So my question was, Carolina, usually, when I'm cooking and cooking, I always tell that we can substitute liquid to liquid as long as we keep the measurement the same. So if we add the hot water to the tortilla, to the masa, could we take out like maybe 2 tablespoons of the water and add in a tablespoon of hot lime juice mixed with it and then have a lime flavored tortilla? Can you
Yes.
do that?
Exactly. Yes, you can. The trick is to make sure that you keep that moisture level the same. If you substitute it with anything else, you're totally fine. You're totally
Yep.
fine.
Okay, good.
Good idea. You'll have lime flavored tortillas, which is amazing.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I guess we'll start a new fad. How's that?
You gotta let us know how that turns out.
I know you guys we should, how everyone's doing like the no knead bread and banana bread. You guys now tortillas need to be the next sensation.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. We'll keep you guys posted what we come up with.
Gloria, thank you.
Oh, thanks, Amanda. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.
It looks amazing. I can't wait to also eat mine. I get so excited when we do these events now because when I cook along, there's so many delicious things. I know Bill, Kim, and Yvonne are on, and we made fried rice a few weeks ago, and that was really fun. So it's great to try all this stuff. But Cedric and Carolina, can you tell us what you guys are up to at the restaurants? Like what's happening? I know Cedric, you're doing a lot of like to-go meals. You have like a really cool menu.
Yeah, right now we're open for carryout and to go. We're using DoorDash and Tock. We're selling certain things. I think our chicken, our entrees, our whole roasted chicken, which everyone loves. Short ribs, pork, St. Louis style ribs, all a la carte. But we also are doing a family dinner, which are a great price, $45. You get a choice of a side, a salad, and dessert. So that's definitely, the roast chicken is normally $40 in the restaurant with just like, a small amount of potatoes. So it's definitely well worth it.
It sounds awesome. It sounds delicious. And Carolina, what about you? What's been happening at Terzo Piano?
We're actually closed down, so we're looking at mid-July for reopen, but we're looking forward to coming back. So.
Well, we obviously, from what I hear from everyone, your cooking classes are awesome. So we have to have you guys back before then.
Thank you guys. This was so much fun.
It was definitely was fun. We do this more often.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys want us.
We'll do it. We'll do it. It's great. I think everyone has such great comments and asking really good questions. And we really appreciate you being our newest tastemakers. When Sarah sends out the recap email to everyone, we'll send a copy of your photo in the ad that we did for them because it was like right before, everything started with sheltering in place and COVID-19, but they had a date at Mariano's bar, and that was really, really fun. I got to crash it, so it was.
Our dates are rare. We usually don't get dates, so Mariano's was like the perfect place.
That's great.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you both so much. We're very appreciative. We can't wait to see you again and see you in person. Tomorrow night, we're getting ready for Mother's Day with tastemakers Belinda Chang and Tom Kehoe, and we're going to pair floral with floral wine. So I had a really nice day today with Tom, and we picked out lavender and lilies and gardenias, and we're really excited to see what he's going to do with those, and then have Belinda pair some wine with that, which will be super fun. And then we have a mixology event on Thursday, live music on Friday. Sarah will send out the link with all the classes, but we're very appreciative for all of our customers and for Cedric and Carolina here tonight, and we'll see you soon. Everyone stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys
Have a
stay
great
safe.
time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.